Okay, folks, so across the country this weekend, there was a blast of winter. That should come as no surprise. It's near the end of October. Winter is coming in Canada. But what is Justin Trudeau trying to do right now? Justin Trudeau, I can't even, given the cost of fuel and how much everything costs, Justin Trudeau is essentially taxing winter, and Conservatives are trying to stop it. So what's happening? So Justin Trudeau has been pushing hard to increase the taxes on home heating. I can't tell you how many people in my community have already reached out to me as a member of parliament, just so worried about the cost of fuel. Well, in many parts of Canada, people rely on heating oil or propane to actually heat their homes and keep them warm. And, you know, anybody in Canada knows that heating your house is not a luxury. It's not something that you can just maybe do or not do. You have to heat your home in Canada. And for places in Canada that use heating oil and propane, Justin Trudeau is trying to increase the taxes on those things as we're going into winter and as Canadians are facing the worst affordability crisis that we've seen in generations. So, there's one other thing that I think is really important to note about the politics of the situation. Right now, Canada is the only G7 country to have raised fuel taxes during this period of high global fuel prices. So what that means is Canada is actually, the Trudeau Liberals are the only ones in the world, in the G7, that are punishing their constituents, the people of their country, with higher fuel taxes. And again, Canada is such a cold place in the winter. For Trudeau to be taxing winter, taxing home heating fuel, is just, it's morally reprehensible. So what are Conservatives doing to try and stop this? Well, in the House of Commons last week, we put forward a motion that would require the Trudeau Liberals, in coalition with the NDP, because don't forget that the New Democratic Party is actually propping up the Liberal government right now. We're trying to force those two parties to say, look, this is inhumane. Don't increase the cost of fuel, especially home heating fuel, as we go into the winter, as people are struggling to make ends meet. This is so bad that the Liberal Premier of Newfoundland and Labrador, there's a lot of people in Newfoundland and Labrador that depend on heating oil and propane to heat their homes. The Premier there even said, look, don't do this, Trudeau. Don't do this to the people of my province, right? Just please don't do this. So we've put forward a motion. It was debated last week, and this afternoon, in just a couple of hours, this is going to be voted on. So I encourage you to watch live from the House of Commons to see how your MP votes. And if this affects you, particularly if you're in Atlantic Canada, phone your member of parliament and say, vote for this motion. Do not raise my taxes on this. I cannot afford this. And heating homes in the winter is not a luxury. You hear the Liberals and the NDP talk about luxury taxes. I don't know when heating your home in Canada became a luxury. These guys are so out of touch, it's ridiculous. And we're trying to stop them with this motion in the House of Commons. So I'm just getting ready to head over there right now for this vote. It's really important that you pay attention to this. And I just ask you to share this video. It's so important that we get the message out on this. I don't think any media outlet has covered this motion. And they're certainly not covering this vote this afternoon. So please share this video, because it helps people like me get the word out on what we're trying to do to stop the Liberals, but more importantly, to show Canadians that what the Liberals are trying to do, they're making the affordability crisis worse. Can you believe that? They're proceeding with a tax increase on home heating as we're going into the winter? It's just bananas. So I'm going to get into the House of Commons and vote, but share this video and just know that the Conservative Party of Canada, we're working hard to make sure that life becomes more affordable for you. Working hard in Ottawa. Have a great day.